So coming out of the film, what were your main takeaways?
Well, I thought it was a very impactful film indeed. I was expecting that. I knew the general layout of the film to begin with. It did what I thought it intended to do, and it did it very well. It told the story of a man, a very complex man, but it also, and in particular at the end, really began to focus on the issue that he had wrought, essentially, which is the power of the weapons that he'd created. It did focus to a large extent on how political systems can manipulate, take in, use, and change people's views. But by the end, I think that it showed the raw power of the weapons that we're talking about.
In your opinion, do you think that we can ensure that a nuclear war never takes place? And what's the single most important thing to do to prevent nuclear war?
So during the panel, Shashank made a sobering comment, which I agree with, which is now isn't a great time for arms control. Arms control, since weapons were invented, has really been the main and only way to prevent war, apart from disarmament, which everyone is committed to, but it's not happening anytime soon. The best way to prevent war is to continue to work on arms control disarmament. We're at a stage now where there hasn't ever been less. In 2023, we're in a state where there's the least agreement and the least prospect for agreement. So we actually have an enormous amount to do. Those agreements can prevent war if we can get back to them. It requires leaders, visionaries to be optimistic or desperate, which will probably happen quite soon. And it also means that communities like ours need to have the tools to be able to provide them with templates, with ideas for agreement very quickly when an opportunity arises, either because of some kind of détente or because a situation has become so critical that it's the only way forward.